Okay, short video today to talk about your painting style. My painting style. So all the time here on YouTube and other social media, I see other artists saying, find your painting style and stick with it. Usually just before they try to sell you their book on finding your painting style and sticking with it. You don't need a book on finding your painting style. You decide your painting style. And spoiler alert, you don't need to have one painting style. Okay, bit of a disclaimer here. If you are planning to be a serious artist, as folks like to say, being chased by 100 galleries, then A, this video is probably not for you, and B, you probably didn't click on it anyway, so I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the 99% of other artists out there. So if you are one of those artists, I hope you stay and listen. So I am of the firm belief that finding one painting style that is successful and then sticking with that painting style, absolute nonsense. Because remember, in the end, painting is supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be something you like doing, something you look forward to doing. I see artists all the time who paint basically the same painting over and over and over again, and I think, how? How do they do that? I would go crazy. And I really think what can happen is people get sort of scared by success. They do a painting in a certain style and it's really popular either on social media or friends, family, and they think, oh, I have to keep painting that. That's what sells, that's what people like. Maybe I didn't really enjoy it, but I'll keep painting it. I'm here to tell you, don't do that. Especially if you didn't enjoy it for whatever reason, try something different. Here's a story from my own experience. So just for some background, my name's Steve. Probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. I'm a wildlife artist in Ontario, Southern Ontario, Canada. I usually paint in what I would call a semi-realistic style. I'm not interested in painting in great detail every little feather and fur on the hair on the animals. It's not interesting to me. Those paintings come out as flat and boring, and people say, man, I can't tell it from a photo. And I don't want to hear that, actually. I want people to say, oh, that's a nice painting. I want it first and foremost to look like a painting, but I also want it to look like how you would see the subject out in nature. So each fall, my town has a big fall fair, and there's an art competition. So I've been entering over the years since we moved here 7 years ago. 2 years ago, so 2024, I decided, we're not going to paint my usual bird, and they've been going over well. I've got, first and second place ribbons, but I thought I'm going to try something different, and I painted sort of a surreal style. There's an artist I follow named Simkin, goes by Crayola. You should check him out. I'll maybe leave a link down below in the description. He's amazing. I've been following him for years, and he just does amazing stuff. So I painted a surreal painting. I even included a grosbeak in the corner, in the same style he did in one of his paintings, as sort of a tip of the cap to him. And the theme of that year's paintings, so it was 2024, the theme of the fair, I should say, was grape expectations, because I'm in wine country here where I live. So I thought, how about all the animals that cause havoc on a vineyard? I could include them in the painting. So in the painting, you'll see the main character you'll see is an opossum, and with the grosbeak, Greg's grosbeak on his back, a skunk, some insects like ladybugs, exaggerated a bit, a couple other birds like catbirds, orioles, and there's even a lanternfly if you look closely. So I called this painting Raison d'etre, me being so fluent in French. And it won first in category and best overall painting and show. So I thought, that's interesting. Never tried that style before, and look how well it did. Better than anybody. I never won best in show. Don't think so. So when this year's fair came around, 2025, I thought, I hadn't really done anything surreal in between. I thought, let's try that again. So I came up with this painting, Off to the Fair. The idea being there's no humans involved. It's the night before the fair, and all the fair animals are taking themselves there. Again, amazingly, this painting won first in its category and best overall in show. So had I gone back to my usual wildlife subjects, who knows, might not have done as well. Certainly wouldn't have been as interesting. The painting got a lot of attention from people, so it was kind of fun. So my point is, take a chance. If you're kind of bored, stuck in, you don't even know what to paint, sometimes you get like painter's block. You're like, what am I going to paint today? Try something completely different. And you'll hear people say, but your work has to follow a history. If you show 6 different things, what are people going to think what kind of artist you are? Who cares? Do I care that my work shows different styles, different history? Not in the slightest. Do I care if people look at these two fair paintings and surreal artwork and say, has Steve lost his mind? No. It actually brings me back to a line from one of my favorite bands, REM. There's a song called Supernatural, Super Serious. And one of the lines is, nobody cares, no one remembers, and nobody cares. And I remember hearing that the first time, thinking, well, that's kind of negative. But the more I thought about it, it's completely the opposite. And it's true. People get so caught up in, oh, what if I paint this? What are people going to care? Oh, what if I go on YouTube? What are people going to say about me? Nobody cares. Nobody remembers anything. Nobody cares. Everyone has 1,000 things going on in their life. They see your artwork and they go, that's cool, or that's weird. This guy must be weird. This guy must be good. 5 minutes later, they're thinking about something else. So don't worry about it. Think of trying something completely different as freeing. If you normally paint still life, paint a landscape. If you normally paint realistic subjects, paint something surreal, like those two paintings I showed. Just try something new. Never know what's going to happen. Till next time.